G'day guys, welcome back. Look what I've got today to play with. It's one of these big flower molds. Although I'm not using it today for these specific little features on here. I'm going to pour sort of sunflower colours and do a 3D flower with the Castin Craft. That's what I'm going to do today. The resin I'm using is this one, the Platinum Super Clear. So that's it there. I've mixed my resin up and it has been sitting here for 30 minutes. Actually 35 minutes because I've been waiting for my husband to stop making that racket outside. He's building something, but he won't stop. So he said, give me a few minutes. And I'm thinking I can't wait a few minutes because my resin will go off. So let's get started. I'll put my gloves on. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to do a sunflower. Now I saw this on a YouTube channel and it was by Lola Angelina Art, and I thought that was just gorgeous, and I thought I'd like to give it a go. So I mixed up 360 grams of resin, and I'm going to use yellow, orange and magenta, and I'm going to put some of these little, what do you call them, glitters in there. They're by Resin. This one is espresso and that one is copper, and I've just kind of mixed the two together, 2 parts that, 1 part that, to get like a brownish shimmery center. So that's going to be for my center. So I'll put a little bit of resin in that one, not much. We just want to make a thick paste. If you put too much resin in, then it sort of, your glitter spreads too much, so just add it slowly and make a thick paste. Now, depending on what type of resin you've got, what brand, will determine how long you need to wait. This one, like I said, it's I think it's got about a 40-45 minute work time, but I've waited 30 minutes. It's starting to get warm. Now, in my little cup for the white, I want to put, it's quite a big flower, so I think I'm going to add maybe 60 grams. I'm going to put some more clear in there. I think 60 grams, which is 2 ounces of resin, and then that will be my white. What are we up to? 27. Actually, I probably won't need that. Maybe I'll just do, it's hard to know, isn't it? Because it's a big mold, but we don't end up using a lot. That's 40. I think that'll be plenty. 40 grams. And then I just want to put some in there. That's going to be my yellow. Have a little bit of orange and a little bit of magenta, and then I need a little bit of clear left over. I probably don't need that extra cup. I will just use that for my clear. All right, now let me just spread this to the edges. It's a relatively thick-ish resin, this one. So as you can see, it doesn't really want to move very well, so I just need to help it along, spread it out. I'm hoping to be piping at sort of 45 minutes, 40-ish, so I've got to get a wriggle on. Actually, maybe I'll just, will that do? Not really. Oh dear. All right, I'm just going to have to spread it with the stick. And then I'm going to do like puddles, pouring puddles of the colour. I don't want too much colour. I want it to look kind of like stained glass when it's done. So yeah, probably end up turning it into a bowl because it looked really pretty as a bowl when Lola Angelina did it. I don't know if that's her name. Which of those is her name, but maybe she's one of them. All right, nearly there. Pushing it out to the outside, little edges. Make sure that your table is level when you're doing this. I know I have to have 2 pop sticks under that side and 1 under this side, under my timber board, to get my levels right. Whoops, and I've just got it on a piece of baking paper today because my silicone mat is kind of an orangish color, and I thought it might be nice just to have a clear, just a white background so that you could see the colors under here. Okay, nearly there. Come on, hurry up. Come on, hurry up. I don't want my resin to go off before I've had a chance to do this. So normally I would put my little center down first, but because I'm doing puddle pours, I need to put my center down last. My glitter. Yeah, come on, Jim, I'm trying to hurry. When you're trying to hurry, you can't hurry, can you? Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm just going to start adding my alcohol ink, clean up as I go. Right, so this one's going to be the yellow, and I've got the Pinata in the Sunbright yellow. Now I know that this color needs a lot of ink in it to actually change the color. It's one of these that doesn't, it's not very strong, I guess. Wipe the sides down. How's that looking? See, it's still not very strong, is it? It's not a very dark color, so let's put a little bit more in. I'm just squeezing it in. With the others, I would count drops, but this one, because I know it doesn't hold its color really well, it's not that strong, I'll just squirt it in. All right, here we go. Puddle pour into the center, like so. So basically going lightest to darkest. Like so. All right, and now my orange, and this one is called Calabaza orange, something like that. Again, I don't want it too strong. We'll just start with 2 drops, see how that goes. You can see the difference, like 2 drops versus 2 squirts. It's quite a strong color. Let's have a look and see what that looks like against the yellow. Maybe 1 more drop. 2 drops, 2 more drops. Okay. So you want to actually see it in the yellow. Don't want it to all vanish. And there's no reason why you can't just pop a little colour like that in. Another 2. Another 2. Just go slowly though to get the colour that you want. Alright, now I'm going to pour again into the centre, and that'll just kind of spread out. Actually, probably didn't need that extra drop, did I? They will all blend. And I don't mind if they don't like get to the outside. I don't mind at all. They don't. Alright, now the last little one, I've only got a tiny little bit in here because it's the magenta. Actually, I might not keep all that. I might pinch a little bit more for the yellow. Just keep a tiny bit for the magenta. Like that, because I only need a little bit in the center. This is called Senorita Magenta. Let's try it with 2. Oops, my glove's getting stuck in the lid. I love these colors together. Okay, that's not very strong. Let's do another 2. Okay, see how that goes. How's my time? Okay, I'm up to 45 minutes now. I really should be piping. But on the plus side, it's a bit of a cooler day today, and my resin's not heating up as fast as it normally would, so I'm thinking it'll be okay. It's not quite dark enough. But yeah, just test it in, you know, in your colors and see what you want to do. So obviously you need more of the yellow, less of the orange, and then less again of whatever color you're doing in the center. A little bit darker. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this will be it. And then I've just got a little bit of resin left over, and I'm just going to make up a little bit more yellow and just kind of pour it on the outside. Okay, that can go in the middle. And the colours will all kind of blend together. We don't need to necessarily see the different shades, but we should just get a really pretty, I think, effect from those different colours. Okay, so that's that done. Now, a little bit of yellow just in here. I've only got a tiny bit left. It probably wasn't even worth doing, really. Not really. Such a tiny amount in there. How's my resin going? Hope it's going to be all right. Just going to pour that around the outside. Okay, get a wriggle on, Julie. Get a wriggle on. Okay, I'm trying to do it neatly, but there we go. So that's done. All right, now the next thing I want to do, oops, I've spilt some, dropped some in there. Now I'm going to just hit it with the heat gun real quick, just to pop some bubbles. Kind of blend them a little bit, basically just to pop bubbles though. Push that yellow out a little bit. Whoops. There we go. I'm heating up the resin, just blending it a little bit, pushing that yellow out a bit. It doesn't have to go all the way to the outside, but I would like to just kind of blend it a little bit. So I've got a little bit of colour on the outside there. How's that looking? All right. Now I've got a little bit of clear left to pour in the centre. And hopefully that's going to give me enough sort of clear centre to put my my glitter in. There we go. Okay, so that's that one done. Wipe off my stick. Trying to be a bit tidy as I go along. This one doesn't seem to be as... It's because I'm pushing opposite. I'm right-handed. I'm not pushing this the same way as I'm pushing the others. I won't worry about that too much. Let's get a wriggle on. Now let's put this in the center. I've probably got a little bit too much made up, but that's okay. I'd rather have a little bit too much than not enough. Give that a stir. And just because the scent, well, I don't know if you can see it, there's a circle around there in the actual mold. I don't have to use that particular circle. I don't have to use as much space. So that will do. Just because that circle is there doesn't mean I have to fill it up, if you know what I mean. Right, let's pop bubbles again. All right, now let's get a wriggle on. Is this still okay? Gee, I hope it's going to be okay. I'm taking a long time. So we've got 40 grams of resin in there. I'm going to do 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put, I'm going to do 4 drops of alcohol ink as well. This is the white Pinata alcohol ink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? All right, now stir that up. It's getting quite warm. I hope I haven't left it too long. I'm up to 50 minutes now. Normally I would be piping at 45, but like I said, it's a bit cooler in here today, so I'm hoping I can get that extra 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. Now I've got my piping bag here. Fold it over. Whoops, pour my resin in. It seems to be still flowing quite easily, like it's not thickening up too much, which is good. So hopefully, I'm feeling confident. Like previous times when I've done a bigger project and the resin's gone off really fast, it's been quite sticky at this stage, but it seems to be okay at the moment. Just get these little piping bags on eBay. They're really great. Make sure you get all that resin down there. Just going to pop that up there. That can be my little wiping section. I've got quite a lot of clear around there, haven't I? I probably didn't need that much clear. So it's warm. It's not hot. It certainly is warm. Okay, so here we go. I haven't even decided what sort of shape I want to do yet. I need a toothpick. There's something in there. Okay. Let's hit some more bubbles. Alright, I shouldn't worry about bits on here because the other side that's going to be important. Alright, so I've got that. If you've got a lot of stuff hanging over, you can just cut it off. The bags are bigger than this, but I do trim them down. Alright, here we go. Now, snip. I want to see how the resin stops there. I sort of go halfway between that, where the resin stops, and that point. Or maybe, no, probably about a third. Actually, I cut about a third off. We'll test it. Okay, that's a bit thin for me. I like to have a thicker line. Okay, that seems good. I don't know if you can see. It's about 4 or 5 millimeters the size of the hole. Now, when you hold like that, it should just sort of drip out slowly. Then you know it's ready. If it's dripping out and just running in a long stream, it's probably not thick enough to go. You sort of need to just wait until your resin's had a chance to thicken up. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start along the outside and I'm going to follow the shape of this mold. Why it's wiggling. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Made a mess there. What happened? What did I do? Made a mess. Never mind. Okay. Now roll that back up again at the back till it's nice and tight. Okay. Now, I think I'll go like this. I'm trying not to overlap. You probably can't see it, but I'm starting up here again for my next petal because I don't want to overlap too much. So where you overlap is where you tend to get your blobs, because it's double as thick then, you see. I hope I got enough white. It's feeling a bit empty. Look at that. I did make up 2 ounces, but all right. Now I'm going to put some more in here. And I'm just going to basically keep going until I've run out of resin. Like so. And I should have enough room to do one more little layer just in here. Again, I'm just sort of doing the top. Oops, what was that? I'm trying not to go over my lines too much. Last little bit. Let's roll it down. See if I can get one more little row of petals. Oops, missed one. I'm nearly out now. Gosh, nearly out. Push all that down. Let's see if I can get one more little circle just around there. Like so. Okay, woohoo, look at that. I'm done. Oh my gosh. All right. Now, I actually might take off my gloves now because they're really sticky. It's gonna, if you've got resin on your thumb, be careful that you're not pulling it through there because sometimes you get a rash just there. But I will wipe my hands with some alcohol. Rub your hands with alcohol and give it a wipe just in case you've got any resin on your wrist there. Okay, so now I'm just going to give it a little bit of heat, not too much, and then we'll leave it. I'm basically going to push from the outside in with each of those little petals. Just heat it and push, heat it, push. You don't need to give it a lot of heat. The resin, it's going to want to push itself from the outside in anyway. It's what resin does. So you probably don't need to give it too much heat. Now I've got resin on my hands because I had resin on the tool, on the heat gun. Let me clean this off. Oh my gosh. These bigger projects, you know, they take it out of you. Oh, is it working? Please work. Please work. Please work. Now the other thing I wanted to do before we stop, I wanted to make some pretty little patterns with a stick. So using the back of a stick, not the pointy end, just the back. Oh, what's that there? Must have dropped a little bit of alcohol in that. Maybe must have dropped some alcohol. Just cover it up. Okay, so what I think I'll do is, the first thing I'll do is I'll follow these points here. So, oops, down like that. Now the etching is on the bottom of the mold, so don't touch the bottom of the mold. Just try and skim across the top. I'm just following that. Doesn't matter about your petals. Well, it kind of does, but when you're trying to make these little patterns like this, just sort of follow what's there. Now these two, see there's, oops, there's that bit there and there's that bit there. I'm going to go down with those and then I'm going to go up through the center. Or maybe I won't, I'll see. I'm just going to go following these. Just lightly, like I said, just skim the top. See how my glitter has spread? It's because of the heat. I've warmed up the resin, you see, when I was using the heat gun. Okay, so that's all those bits done. Now, this is the question. Do we leave it like that, or do we go back up through the center? I don't know. I wish you guys could talk to me. Oh, I was planning on going back up through the center, but they look so pretty now. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm loving these colors. Look how beautifully they've blended. Actually really like how we've got that clear in the center now. Oh, fly away glitters. Oh, look, they're moving, and probably shouldn't play with them too much. I'll probably spread a little bit more. Okay, decisions. Oh, guys. All right, hands up. Who wants me to leave it? And who wants me to pull the stick back through the opposite side? I can't decide. I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. It's looking so pretty. Around we go. And you can see how the white is already doing its thing. Like it's blooming. Look at that. Look at that. So, yay. Like, those are such beautiful petals. I should probably just leave it, shouldn't I? I'll leave it. We'll do another one next time. Why aren't I focusing? Doesn't know what to focus on. I'll do another one next time, and, you know, I'll pull the stick through these again. Because see how that's rounded there? So what you do is you pull the stick forward and it makes a point. But those are just beautifully formed petals as they are. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope it works. Now see the center there? They haven't closed over yet with the white. Now those ones I did do last. You know, I did the outside first, and I did the center there last. So they'll still, hopefully they'll still close over, but they're a little bit behind those ones along the edges there, which I piped first. Normally I don't. Normally I pipe the center first and I work my way out. But I think it's worked out really well because I've got the shape that I wanted along the outside there. And then I just finished off in the center. So, oh my gosh, hope it works. It looks as if it's working. It's been like so long. I feel like it's been a year since I've done a 3D flower. So I'll come back in about half an hour and we'll see if that's closed in. There's a blob there. Just fix that. There we go. Any other blobs? If there's any other blobs, just fix them up. No, all good, all good. Yep, all good. Just that blob there, I didn't want it to stay. All right, I'll see you in half an hour. So excited. Hey guys, I'm back. It is 4:15 in the afternoon. So, how long have I let this sit? Just trying to think back. 12. We started videoing at about 12:15, didn't we? Okay, so that's 4 hours. About 4 hours. So it's hard to touch, but it's still bendy. See? So I think it's probably a good time. If you touch it and it's still sticky, then obviously it's not right. So what I need to do now is put down a piece of plastic. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And I've got a piece of plastic here. I'll put that down. Because what we need to do is the back of this, the underneath, is going to be the inside of the bowl. So what I need to do is flip this over, basically. I wonder if I can keep it in the bowl while I do it. Let me just going to flip it over. There we go. Hopefully it's not going to leave any creases and things like that. Is that right? Yes, I think so. Okay, so this is the bowl I'm going to use. You might have to zoom you out a little bit. Okay, so what I need to do now, I'm just trying to get my head around this. Yes, I need to peel this out now, if I can, and then put it into the bowl, because this is going to be the top, so it's going to be the inside of the bowl, this bit here that we're seeing now. Right, I think that's it. I wonder if I can get it out. If it's a bit soft and I can't get it out without damaging it, I might have to come back later. I don't think I can get it out. I think if I try and move that, it's going to bend out of shape. Okay, next idea. Let's okay, no, yeah, I think so. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's put it back. Okay, let's try and put it in the bowl, in the plastic, on the plastic, in the mold, and see how we go with that, hey? Let's do that. I don't think I've done one before where I needed to have like the other side on top. This is what's throwing me, because this is the good side. All right, do you know what I mean? Oh God, this is tricky. All right, so the good side is here on top. The other side is sitting on the plastic, and it's going to go on the inside of the bowl. I'm just going to push it like this. It's going in. I guess the good thing about this is I can push on this because the mold's in there. And the mold is actually protecting the resin. See? So I can't actually unmold it for you yet. Can't see what it's going to do just yet. So this is kind of, I don't know if you can see, it's a bit dark in there. This is kind of poking in there. That's poking in there. What I might do is put a few little things in just to kind of give me a bit of a shape. Like that, maybe? What do you think? I'll put something in there and push like that to give me a bit of a shape. I'm not exactly sure how I want it, really. I just know I don't want it just totally flat, that's all. How about that? Something like that. So this, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's not an even number, so I can't do the exact same thing to both sides, but I can kind of pinch that one there so that that one sits up. I have to put something in here though, and then push that one up, put something in there, and push this one up, put something in there, and that way we've kind of got like 3 pieces that are up. Or do I do each petal? I wonder what that would look like if I kind of bent each petal like so. See the point of each petal, the middle part? I wonder if that would work. It's just as well I can bend it while it's still in its mold. Oh my gosh, now I don't know what I'm doing. See, I wasn't planning on having to do this. I thought I could take it out of the mold. Right, I might just do that. Just give it a little bend just on these middle pieces, because each kind of petal has got 3 sections, so I'm just going to bend the middle one, the highest one, if I can. That's probably the best thing to do. It kind of looks a bit more symmetrical that way. Yep, that'll work. Right, I'm just going to go and find something to put in here. But you can see what I mean, hey, like the curve, the top bit of each. So I'll go and find something that'll fit. What about, needs to be something that's sort of, oops, I'm not on autofocus. Needs to be something that's like that, that's wider at the top and not at the bottom. Oh, look, that works. Let me go and get a few more cups, little paper cups. Come in handy, hey. All right, so put one in here. Now do it underneath the plastic. I'm going to make sure that they're all sitting, that it's sitting at the right height. Okay, there's that one. Put you under there. Just sort of flipping it under the lip of that mold, putting the little cup under the lip there, and you in there, and the last one. Oh my gosh, I think it might work, you guys. That was tough, wasn't it? That was really tricky. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. I think that'll work. I think so. It's looking good so far. This one's not quite in the center. Okay, well, hopefully that dries nicely. Let me take you off the tripod and so that you can have a little look and see what I'm doing. Kind of getting a little sneak peek at what those petals are doing. A bit hard to tell through the mold, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Is that going to be too... I wonder if that's going to be too, like, deep. Oh, gosh. You just don't know until you actually put it in there whether or not it's going to be, you know, too deep or not. I have got like a more shallow bowl, because the whole idea is actually seeing in there, you know, seeing the petals. I mean, you still can. I'll go and have a look and see what else I got in the kitchen, and maybe do the same thing with a more shallow bowl, just so that we can see the petals more. So anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I've got this huge bowl. I'm just going to pick this up and put it in the other one, like so. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put these little cups underneath that main petal there, like so. And I think it'll just be a more gentle sort of a curve over there. I think that'll be nicer, and we'll actually be able to see the inside of the bowl better. Yeah, look at that. I'm happy with that. Happier with that. Okay. Now I'll just give that a bit of a push like that. A push like that. A little squeeze. A little push. And I think it's just going to settle where it wants to. All right. Oh, my gosh. You don't know until you try these things, guys. I'm sure you've had the same problems. See, look, you can actually see inside it better now. So once it's set tomorrow, I'll be able to actually just take it out of this mold. So there's no reason why you can't shape something while it's still in its mold, if it's a thin one like this. You can have a sneaky peek at the petals. It doesn't look as... I never came back and showed you like the center, because it really didn't change. It didn't close up like I thought it might. We don't don't normally get a sneak peek, do we, at the center? But anyway, there it is. Yeah, there's nothing really I need to do to it. I'm just going to leave it like that. These pieces will stay up. The rest of it will sort of fall down naturally as it is. And I'll unmold it tomorrow. So, yeah, see you then. Good morning, good morning. Right, let's have a little look. Seems hard to, there we go. Let's get these out. I'm hoping there's a little bit of sunshine outside this morning. It's still pretty early. It's only about 7:45 in the morning. So I'm hoping there's a bit of sunshine so I can take this outside and put it up against the sun and see if we can get that sort of stained glass kind of look. Oh, look, it's all set. Let me put my bowl away. That's a huge bowl. That's the bowl I use to make my caramel popcorn in. So I need to stir it with 2 big spoons. So it's a huge bowl. All right. Let's have a little look. Get the plastic off. Now, hopefully I can unmold this with it still being... There's the back. That was the side that I poured onto. So, actually maybe I can do it this way. I'll peel it back that way. If I can. Oh, yep, it's going. It's going. Let's pop it back again. It's very bright, isn't it? The colours, like they're quite bright. I wasn't expecting them to be quite that fluorescent looking. Might try it with mica powders too at some stage, but I don't think you'll get that sort of stained glass look with mica powders. I think you really need to have the alcohol inks to get that transparency. I think anyway. All right, let's peel that out. And then we can flip her over and do the reveal, hey? Last little bit. I don't want to break anything. It's not a hugely thick bowl. All right, I've got it. There we go. Put that over there. Yes, it's not a hugely thick bowl. I just hope that everything's kind of stayed in place. All right, shall we do it? Have a look. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. That's how pretty that is. Goodness me. There's a bit of light coming in from the back there. My spotlight. Now, I guess the only thing with, putting your colours in the centre, with your petals, they don't really show up as much as if, you were just doing white, because look at the white petals. What's that? Oh, that's a crease. Oh, that's where the cup was. Look, there's a little crease there where the cup was. Okay, never mind. I was wondering what that little ridge was. What do you think? How pretty is it? Wow, love the center. Look at that. So we've got a little bit of those glitter that's kind of spread out a little bit, which is good because then you don't have that definite ring. Wouldn't have been very attractive if it had like a definite ring in the center there. So them just spreading out a little bit looks really pretty. Love it. And there we go. Look at that. There's the bowl. I'll see if I can take it outside. I probably don't need to, hey, you can see it. The transparency of it there. And we've still got that little bit of clear around that brown section there in the center. So what do you think, guys? I like my petals. They're not very thick. I probably could have put a little bit more paste in, I guess, because I haven't got a very, very 3D look, which you get if you put more paste in. So it's a very thin sort of look, but you can definitely see the petals. It's really pretty. So happy with it. All right, I'll see if I can take it outside and take a photo for you. But yeah, happy with that one. All right. Oh, look, you can see the little indents from the mold, but only when the sun's shining on it. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you real soon for the next one. Okay, Bye for now.